Hello, my name is Daniela Lodge, and in my cultural diversity presentation, I chose to talk about English learners in California schools. In this presentation, I will cover who are English learners and their demographics, provide an understanding of English learners' sociocultural factors and cultural practices in Spanish-speaking countries, challenges English learners face, tools and strategies school counselors can adopt to support English learners, and final thoughts on fostering inclusive relationships with English learners, youth, and of course, my references. Who are English learners and their demographics? English learners are diverse in cultural backgrounds and linguistic abilities. According to California Department of Education, an English learner is defined as a student who enrolls in California school from transitional kindergarten through 12th grade, speaking a language other than English at home, and upon assessment, obtain the level of English proficiency that indicates programs and services are necessary. Students identified as English learners receive programs and services until they meet the reclassification criteria pursuant to Education Code EC Section 313. 19% of California, 5.9 million students are English learners. California Department of Education highlights 81% of the English learners speak Spanish at home. That's why I will address understanding English learners' sociocultural factors and cultural practices in Spanish-speaking countries. Fiveable highlights few things to keep in mind while interacting with families and students from Spanish-speaking countries. Spanish-speaking countries have rich cultural traditions and enjoy festivals like Dia de los Muertos in Mexico, Semana Santa in Spain, and Carnival in many Latin American countries. Hispanic cultures emphasize the importance of family, personal relationship, and face-to-face interactions. The phrase mucho gusto is commonly used when meeting someone for the first time, translating to nice to meet you. Music and dance are a big part of Hispanic cultures, such as salsa, merengue, bachata, and flamenco. Soccer is called football and is the most popular sport in most Spanish-speaking countries, playing an important role in the national identity and cultural pride. Hispanic cultures often have more frequent physical contact during conversations that may include touching arms, shoulders, or hands while speaking. Food and mealtime play an important role in Hispanic cultures, and meals are often a social occasion that brings family and friends together. Moreover, Hayes and Erford discuss in Chapter 12 the role of machismo in Latin cultures. Machismo represents a strong man who is the family caretaker versus Marianismo, that which is it holds the expectation that a woman should be pure and make sacrifices for the family's benefit. All of these are very important to keep in mind as we interact with families from Spanish-speaking countries. We can incorporate a conversation about football or dance and be a little bit more personable, and our engagement will be a lot smoother. So that's just certain things to keep in mind regarding Spanish speaking countries. English learners have a lot of challenges. In their study on school counselors' partnership with linguistically diverse families, Aiden et al. Highlight the following challenges that English learners face. They have difficulty speaking, reading, writing, and understanding English that affect test scores, academic success, and social participation. Learning a new language also can create anxiety and social isolation. Some students may experience post-traumatic stress disorder. They may face racial labeling and stereotyping. They may have different learning styles that are not accommodated. They often lack adequate social support network. They may struggle with social acceptance that may lead to low self-esteem. They may face poverty and lack of resources. What are things that school counselors can help um, adopt to support English learners? American School Counselor Association provided the following suggestions. Place English learner students in the appropriate classes to meet their individual needs to increase school success. Connect them with clubs and extracurriculum activities. Pair them with students, buddies preferably that speak their language, to acclimate with school rules and policies. And also, it can help introduce them to other teachers. And that could be beneficial as well to the student that is helping, as it creates leadership skills. Ensure that students are appropriately identified for special education services. A disproportionate number of English learner students are placed in special education. English language fluency does not always correlate with the need of for special education services. Ensure that students who are identified for special education services are also provided English language support. Students should be afforded both services. One does not supersede the other. Organize small groups to foster positive school adjustment. Arrange for a translator to be present at meetings with families of English learners. Learn and share something about their culture or language. It helps breaks these barriers. My final thoughts are English learners are a great addition to our school communities. They bring in diversity, enrich our learning, and add new perspective. These unique cultural background, languages, and experience intrigue curiosity, provide deeper understanding of global issues, dissolve stereotypes, promote empathy, and encourage collaboration. In her video, How to Overcome Our Biases, Walk Boldly Toward Them, Myers put it beautifully when she says that it's the empathy and the compassion that comes out of having relationships with people who are different from you. I share her view about how important it is to connect with people that are different than ourselves. It helps us break our biases, expand our perspective, become open-minded and compassionate, and ultimately foster a better society. And these are my references as well. I will attach my PDF to my submission. Thank you for listening and have a great day.